We all have never-ending responsibilities and challenges in our day-to-day lives. As a 15-year-old student, I am guilty of neglecting self-care. School is extremely stressful and tiring and demands a lot of time from me. I often give up my personal time to prioritize homework. I would put homework before dinner time, and I would reject family outings to spend time on revision. Multiple late nights of doing so took a toll on my health, especially since I always ate late. This all points to a lack of self-care. As I observe, peers my age are also going through the same thing. This is worrying because at such a young age, if we do not care for ourselves, will we care for ourselves in the future? More problems arise later on, such as burning out and living with stress. It becomes hard to even go to school feeling rejuvenated or happy. So today, I want to talk about self-care. You may wonder, what is self-care and why is it so important? Self-care is basically looking after yourselves, especially during difficult times. It is important because during tough periods in our lives, we tend to become even harsher on ourselves. I was very harsh on myself. I would eat late, sleep late, deprive myself of any time to restore myself by letting myself rest. On the emotional and physical fronts, I was totally not taking care of myself. But I cannot always live like this. I got to do something about it. So I started to practice some self-care. Then, what is self-care to me? It's actually a very simple practice. There isn't a need to risk our health or spend loads of money on it. Actually, caring for ourselves can be just as simple as sleeping. For young people, sleep is very important. Students like me have very packed schedules, including 7 to 8 hours of classes every weekday, which already does not give us time to have enough rest. What makes things worse is that my friends and I sometimes stay up past midnight to finish our assignments, when we have to wake up at 6 a.m. for school the following day. It is simply exhausting to attend lessons. Besides, we don't learn as much when we are on the verge of sleeping in class. Seeing how unproductive I was, I wanted this ineffective routine to change. So I started to spend 30 minutes less on schoolwork each day and slept 30 minutes earlier. Although I did sacrifice a bit of my homework, I had an extra 30 minutes of sleep, which allowed me to be more energized and productive the following day. I personally think that a good way for us to feel better is for us to find our own bright spots. Trust me, each and every one of us has our own unique source of happiness that we can count on during such difficult times. It can be doing a hobby, hanging out with the people you love, or just taking a break from all the exhaustion. Personally, what I like to do when I'm feeling down is to binge watch shows. I usually watch Netflix after finishing my work. I love watching dramas and it makes me very happy. This makes me more willing to finish my homework faster as I have something to look forward to, ultimately improving my productivity. Another thing that we all need to do in our daily lives is to make time for what matters. Saying yes to family outings, hanging out with friends regularly, all these have allowed me to have stronger connections with my peers. Now, I spend more time interacting with friends and family. Watching television together, going shopping together, eating dinner together have made me appreciate life better. I also tried to empathize with the problems I realized that my peers too are facing, and realized I wasn't the only one struggling with these issues. Other people have to deal with the same thing too. This made me reflect on what a huge contrast the present Denise is from the past Denise, when she used to think that caring about other people's business was a waste of her time. All of this self-care that I've been practicing over these few months has paved the way for me to become a better person. For one, I became healthier. Ever since I started to care less about my problems and tried to be a bit more happy-go-lucky, I realized that there's actually so much more to life than my old, complicated worldview I used to think was the entire universe. I started to change my mindset and attitude towards living life. I started to enjoy every single day of my existence. Because, after all, we only live once. I ate a bit earlier, I slept a bit better, and as a result, I had fewer worries and more happiness every day. Taking away 30 minutes from my demanding workload each day provided me with more time to do things that I love, such as watching movies, listening to audiobooks, and singing songs I like. This gave me more opportunity to pick up new skills apart from the knowledge school has taught me, as I learned more about myself, my interests, and became a more well-rounded person. Making time for what matters has also taught me a lesson on the importance of empathizing with people and supporting them throughout their tough times, making me a better friend, a better daughter. I also became a better me, as I learned how to better appreciate the little things in life, such as the fresh air I get to breathe in every day, my grandmother's home-cooked food, and my youth, making me live life to the fullest. Remember, it's not just me. All human beings need to have self-care, because I'm pretty sure many of you are just like me, facing challenges in your day-to-day lives, which is very tiring. We cannot let it continue to take a toll on ourselves, as it will only worsen over time. Right now, we may think that having meals irregularly is okay, but in the future, what if we start skipping meals and it becomes so bad that health problems arise? We've got to start practicing self-care now before it's too late. I am certain that when I grow up, I will have many, many more commitments. These extra responsibilities will continue to take away my time and energy. But still, I cannot give up on my well-being. I will carry on with my commitment to self-care and continue to live a balanced life. Before I go, let me tell you something. Take this 15-year-old's advice and just live a little more. If I can do it, so can you.